My name is Daniel Matic. I'm a game producer from studio called Games Revolted.
What are you showing here at Reboot 2018?
Yeah, we're showing our latest project called Phageborn TCG. It's a digital card game set in dark fantasy setting, and we have some completely new killer features to offer for the market of trading card games.
Yeah, this is a really unique card game because it's 2v2 cooperative, and you also have like a MOBA kind of level mechanic with it. Talk a little about this.
Yeah, other than 2v2, we still have 1 versus 1, but we're trying to develop 2 versus 2 in which players play simultaneously. You play your card, then you pass your priority to your teammate. Then he can do some flashy combo with your card that you played, and stuff like that. Regarding the MOBA feeling about the game, we have this heroes type of creatures called avatars. Every faction has several of these type, and they're fully animated 3D models with professional voice acting, each having a large set of unique skills and perks and story about them, behind them, and so on. Right.
Can you talk about like the mechanics in the game? Like how does your resource pool work? How many cards in a deck? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you can hold 10 cards. Maximum hand size is 10 cards. You have 40 cards in deck. Limited at 3 commons, 2 rares, 4 legendaries, each different than different legendaries, right? And you can have 1 ancient card. Ancient card is something like, I don't know, Cthulhu in Hearthstone. A card like you have to commit all of your deck building, sacrifice a lot of things to make ancient card happen, right? So about the mechanics, we have a dual lane system. Like I would compare it to Elder Scrolls Legends, in which you can left and right side, and each side respects its own combat ruling. So basically, you can't attack if you have your creature left. You can't attack from right, right? Other than that, we have two resources, essence and energy. One resource is made for summoning creatures, and the other resource is for spells and avatar abilities, right? So this allows the player the game to be more dynamic. The player has a lot of more micro avoiding choices each turn, and he can do some flashy combos with himself, right?
What would you say is the biggest challenge of making a CCG?
The biggest challenge to offer something new to this pretty crowded market right now. It's pretty mainstream, and you have to maintain the accessibility of the games like Hearthstone for casual players, for them to try and stay for your game, and you have to offer something to the elite players, for I don't know, Magic the Gathering players, for them to love the game and I don't know, stay and play, right? We have 5 different factions. One of them are Dracorith, humanoid dragons. They're like this religious force that believe in dragon guards, and they have fire magic and brute force, right? We have Oblivion. These guys are reference to the Lovecraft mythos. Those tentacle guys and stuff like that, mind flyers and so on. They use telekinetic magic, mind games to outsmart their enemies, outmaneuver their enemies. We have these sexy chicks you mentioned. Those are called Vestige. They're pretty old witches. They have like, I don't know, they're 1,000 years old, but they still look hot. Yeah, and that is all based on their dark magic. They appear as beautiful women, but they're pretty how do you say, unappealing, actually, right? And we have these angels. They're called ascended. They the ones that survived the apocalypse of Earth. The Earth is gone, right? And only those who were chosen to maintain the survival of the human race are called ascended, right? And that's pretty much it, I think.
And then probably the biggest thing about your game is you can actually trade cards.
Yeah, the trading is pretty tricky in digital card games, since if you the players can easily wreck up your entire economy system and ruin your monetization, right? So we are still developing this. We're still pretty careful about this. I think we're going to offer live auction houses in which, if you're online, you can place your limited number of cards to auction, and other players on server can bid for them. I think this is going to be the main trading model regarding that.
So when does the game come out and what platforms will it be on?
Platforms, yeah. Initial release will be on Steam, and afterwards, we, as a stretch goal, we aim for the mobile platforms and the consoles, right? Yeah.
Any plans for Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, we're planning something. Yeah, yeah, exactly.